Coming to you from the back room of your parents' favorite porn store, it is Cursory Overload.
You're listening to Cursory Overload.
And we are in this motherfucker.
Welcome everybody to another wild episode
of Cursory Motherfucking Overload.
That's right, motherfucking overload. Y'all bitches better strap in. It's another roller coaster of an experience today.
Alrighty, so motherfuckerettes, thank you for joining us. You could have been anywhere else, but you choose to be with us, and you know, we really appreciate that.
We love you for it.
Yeah.
Much love.
All 12 inches of it.
In your face.
Okay. Alrighty, so what's going on in K-Dog world?
Oh, just watching the whole fucking world meltdown. That's what's going on.
Well, that's happening everywhere right now. It's like fucking I can just hear REM's song playing over and over on fucking what do they call that, on repeat? It's
like auto loop.
It's just fucking, it's the end of the world as we know it.
That's right.
And except I don't feel fine. I don't like the shit that's going on, but hey, you know, something's good has to come out of this shit.
You know, I think it will.
It has to.
But you know, right now I kind of feel like I'm just kind of like I just feel like I'm floating around and I can't really control anything right now.
Well, that's the fucking thing. It's something that's been cooking since long before we were born. And I mean, George Floyd was just the fucking tip of the iceberg, and then all this other shit that's going on. Like, one thing in particular, though, that did kind of like piss me off. I don't know if you heard about this. I think it happened in Buffalo. They pushed this fucking 75-year-old man, and you see him go down and fucking blood coming out of his cranium there on the sidewalk. Did you see that one?
I did, and then
that one, I'm like,
okay. So here's what when I watch that video, and you know me, I gotta be yellow.
Okay, we have to do this because, well, just about when you were gonna talk, Chuck Norris snuck in from the blind side and all of a sudden took you out with
boom, nothing, and then it showed up on my screen that the call was gone.
Yeah, no. I was seeing something about interrupted or something. Right there where your initials usually pop up on the Skype thing. Yeah, the little bubble. Well, it was something about communication error or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, they don't want us to talk truth. That's what they want. That's what it is.
Big Brother's listening.
That's right. Fuck off, Big Brother.
Fuck off.
Suck my nuts.
So we were talking about... You know, speaking of nuts, before we go into this shit, you know, this is kind of funny. I was listening to Cursory I was showcasing it off, basically telling some people about it, and I told them, hey, you can listen to it on iHeartRadio. So they looked it up on iHeartRadio, and you know how sometimes there's commercials before shit starts, you know? Okay, there was one that, I mean, it was fucking perfect for Cursory Overload. They did this on purpose, I swear. It was kind of like corn nuts. It wasn't corn nuts, but it was something about something nuts. And the guy's like, "Your nuts are fried," and like, "My nuts, yeah, your nuts are fried in oil." And I like, and then try whatever. I can't remember the brand or whatever, but it was just one of those like, oh shit. I mean. That's like
right up our alley.
Right up Cursory Overload's alley. So anyway, shit. Okay, now that since you brought up nuts, you know, I remember that. So that's fucking nuts. I'm gonna have to do some editing, obviously, because we lost some shit time between Chuck Norris zone and whatever. But we had just mentioned about the 75-year-old man in Buffalo.
So. I saw a couple of things in this video, and then I'm just going to briefly talk about it. It looked like when they pushed him and he fell down, it looked like one of the other officers' first reaction was to reach down and try to help this guy. That's what it looked like to me. Now, I could be way off base. But it looked like he actually tried to help. But then his fellow officers, I use that kind of lightly because in this instance, I don't think they were protecting the public.
All 57
kind of pushed him, hey, get moving, push them away.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm jogging my memory, I guess I could see that.
I mean, that's what it looked like to
And
me.
then
Now, I'm not condoning this behavior by any sense of the word. I am just, this is what I saw when I watched this video. My daughter showed me the video.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, yeah, I could see what you're talking about there. Okay.
Now,
but then, like he had a moment like, oh, can't cross the blue line.
Yeah, like he knew this guy was hurt, and he bent down trying to help, and the rest of the officers pushed him, kind of bullied him into towing the line, keep towing the line. We almost like if I were to,
whose side are you on?
Yeah, like you got to keep going. We got help behind us. Well, people behind us will help him. We got to tow this line. That's our job. Like your job.
Now
I'm reading into it. Okay.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, you're looking at the bright side.
No, I'm not looking at the bright side. In fact, I'm looking at the complete opposite. What bothers me most about this is this guy knew he needed help. He knew wrong had been done. He knew this guy was hurt. He knew enough to bend down to try to help him. But then he let the other cops bully him along the way instead of staying and helping this guy. If you're going to...
What do you think would have happened if he would have helped?
It's just what would have happened if he would have helped. I mean, it bothers me. And then for them to get in trouble, and then all of them to say, well, you know what, fuck it, we're not going to be part of this unit no more. Now, I guess there's still police officers. They're just not in that
they
unit
didn't quit
anymore.
The force. Exactly.
To me, that's
chicken shit.
In one sense, it also tells me. I'm going to go a little deeper into this, and other than just chicken shit. It's like, when a little kid knows they did wrong, but they want to be loud and boisterous and trying to, I know I did wrong, but if I'm loud enough, if I just scream or holler enough, then they're just going to forget about it. And I almost feel like they know they did wrong, and in their way, like, fuck it, I'm just not going to do anything then. And I don't know. I'm more of, I guess for me, I'm more of a, if you fucked up, you own up to it, you stay it, you talk about it, hey, I fucked up. You admit to it. Listen, I fucked up. I should have helped that guy. I tried to, and they pushed me along, and I didn't. And on that's my bad. But instead, they're all just going to gang together and just stop helping or stop protecting altogether. It just doesn't sound right to me. It sounds very orchestrated.
Well, for one thing, though, I mean, if a 75-year-old man intimidates you that much, I mean, I can understand if it's Chuck Norris,
Well,
or I don't know, Schwarzenegger.
They pushed him way too hard to begin with. I mean, there was no need for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What was the reason? I mean, I could see if, let's say, if the old guy had gone haywire and had like some kind of baton or weapon or something and was just trying to swing it at the officers, but there was none.
Well, I saw the old guy, and it appeared like he was reaching towards the officer. Now, the side of my brain that says, like, we're supposed to respect police officers and they're only there to protect us wants to say, like, what if in that police officer's mind he thought the guy was reaching for his sidearm, and that's why he pushed him away so hard, like, get away from my sidearm, you know what I mean? But I watched it over and over and over, and I don't see that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that side of an argument that could be made for that. So, once again, I'm back to square one. Why did you push him that hard?
Yeah, that's like I said, it's one of those things that I keep watching, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? And
There's another video that I thought was even, I don't want to say like ranking system as far as like one worse than the other. There was another video I watched that had me equally appalled. And everybody needs to know, I support law enforcement. I do. I think that they do a very hard job protecting people that oftentimes don't know that they need protected. You know what I mean? I think they do a very, very hard job. And I do think that there are good police officers out there. But in this age of everything being recorded, everything being on a video, what used to happen can no longer happen. And I think that's what's happening right now is everything that had been happening for years and years and years is now being exposed. And it's sad. It really is. Because you and I both, we both know good police officers, good stand-up police officers. We know them. But
and like I said, it is very. I mean, it's hard to talk about this shit because yes, I understand. We know that there is good police officers.
But there's so many shitty ones out there that it's.
I mean, maybe there's like we thought it's not just a few bad apples. Maybe it's a 50-50. I mean, but the thing is that there is good officers out there that are just fucking horrified and disgusted with everything that is happening right now because now they know they have to work 100 to 1,000 times harder to regain the trust of the public or the community they serve. And I mean, I don't know, it's fucked up because there are a few good people.
One of the things that I think kind of sometimes gets overlooked and is how hard it is for one person to speak up against potentially an entire department. I think sometimes that does get a little overlooked. I'm not saying it's any justification by any means, but there is that code where you do not speak out against another officer. At least that's the way it used to be. It's getting a lot better now. But it's very difficult when you are a police officer and you speak out against somebody and 90% of the department turns their back on you. Yeah, I mean that's your life is now in danger. I mean, you put a call in for backup, they might not show up,
or they may show up.
So, they may or they may not. Now that's not any justification as to not speak up. I mean,
I guess I have a darker mind. I said they may show up and send you off to the next world. You know,
that's right. Now, this other video, I'm going to stop not supporting, but I'm going to stop because I almost feel like I'm giving the police officers a pass, and I'm not. That's so not what I'm doing. I just want to make sure we're examining the whole picture. All right, not just.
Yeah.
Now, there was a video of a man that was calmly walking up to a line of police officers, calmly walking up to them. They were in their full riot gear. They pulled out a can and fucking sprayed him in their face, like hardcore, not just a gel, like hardcore sprayed him in the face. He turned to wipe his eyes, and when he turned back, they fired a canister of fucking spray at his head. When they fired it off, it smacked him right in the fucking, like it went 5 feet right into his face and ricocheted off his face.
Wow.
Like, there's one man in front of you. The rest of the whole area, 30, 40 feet, is wide open on either side. You cannot tell me you fired a can of OC spray or nerve tear gas or whatever it was, that you fired it and it hit him in the face and you didn't know that it was going to happen. You could have pointed the weapon 6 inches to the left, 6 inches to the right. Any more than that, and you wouldn't have hit him. And he's one head out of the whole road, and it's fucking appalling.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, and I mean like I said, there's a lot of video, a lot of footage of law enforcement